Lil Baby is in some serious trouble after it has just been reported he apparently got into an altercation after the Super Bowl, and a famous sports player, plays for the 49ers, Keon White, unfortunately got shot after this dispute involving rapper Lil Baby at a San Francisco stripper party after the Super Bowl. It says White was at a club in the Mission when he got shot in the leg, a police report says. Now, I've got a whole bunch of information and reaction to this news for you today, and unfortunately, it's looking really bad for Lil Baby. And as I'm going to show you, the police have already been looking very closely into his operation, and this is just going to be the cherry on top, unfortunately, for prosecutors that have been coming for 4PF. So this says San Francisco 49ers defensive end Keon White was shot early morning Monday morning on a Mission Street nightclub following an argument involving the rapper Lil Baby, according to a police report viewed by The Standard. The San Francisco Police Department has not yet named a suspect, but a party that begun Sunday night continued into the early hours of Monday at Delia's Bar, a nightclub on 1799 Mission Street. There were several strippers on the main floor, and a private party where White was shot was downstairs. Social media posts that appeared to be from the party showed Lil Baby, whose given name is Dominique Jones. The musician performed Sunday night in San Francisco, according to an events listing and a social media post. Representatives for the rapper didn't respond to a request for comment. A witness interviewed by police said Jones's entourage was on the main floor and tried to enter White's private event. White got into an argument with the rapper, the witness told police, and the witness said that when he went upstairs to ask for a manager's help, he heard 2 gunshots. Downstairs, he found out that White had been shot in the left leg. The witnesses said he did not know who the shooter was, but another party attendee interviewed by The Standard said that she did not witness the shooting but heard 4 gunshots. Topless women were sweeping up dollar bills when police entered the club to investigate the 4:06 a.m. shooting, the report said. As I entered, I saw numerous scantily clad females picking up dollar bills that were strewn on the floor. The police report says that some of the females were topless and appeared to have been adult entertainers. It must be nice. It says, as police went downstairs to locate the victim, who was found to be White, partygoers were still leaving, the report notes. When asked who had shot him, White was uncooperative. He stayed solid, according to the report. A 49ers representative said White was undergoing treatment at a local hospital. Police found evidence that included a 9mm shell casing and a .45 caliber shell casing. Sounds like 2 guns were used. 2 people are going to be in trouble. Investigators pulled footage from surveillance cameras and found an abandoned cell phone. Don't tell me you dropped your phone at the scene of the drill. Lil Baby is a Grammy Award winning from Atlanta, aka... You know what I was going to say. His 5th and most recent album, Wham!, debuted atop the Billboard 200. Now, there's a couple of interesting video news reports on this that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this quick short one. I'm going to show you a little bit of the discourse that's going on Reddit, and then I'm going to show you some more videos of how serious this incident actually was.
This morning, we have new details in a shooting that hurt 49ers defensive end Keon White. It happened early yesterday morning at a nightclub in San Francisco's Mission District. Our partners at SF Standard report White was hosting a Super Bowl party at Delia Lounge on Mission Street. At some point, White got into an argument involving rapper Lil Baby. That's when White was shot in the ankle. Nearby residents say they were woken up by police activity.
Window is right by my bed, and so I saw lights. I think that's why I woke up at first. I think I kind of knew that it wasn't the most safe place, but honestly, it kind of seems par for the course. I'm not entirely how could this happen here?
No arrests have been made. Our sister network ESPN reports White had surgery yesterday and it was a success.
Here's the thing. He didn't apparently tell people who shot him, but you are a professional football player. You're shot in the leg. There needs to be a big lawsuit. There needs to be millions of dollars changing hands for this injury. You can't be out here. I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL and the team, the 49ers, come to sue Lil Baby and his entourage. Now, what's really crazy, before I show you more videos about this, they're saying Lil Baby owes us what does that say? A sixth pick now? I don't follow football like that, But they're saying the 49ers just can't stop dealing with injuries, all right? They're saying, go read the article. For some reason, Channel 7 doesn't want you to know it was a stripper party that got out of hand. But here is the thing, This is going around on Atlantology, which is the Atlanta gangster drill subreddit. People saying this is a terrible look for Lil Baby because he's already got the police on his trail, and that's facts. Lil Baby, he has been the subject of investigation by the Atlanta police. They have been looking into 4PF, his little crew / gang / music label, for quite some time. They have been investigating 4PF, and it has been broken down in great detail. It is been explored extensively. Arrest warrant confirms rapper Lil Baby's connection to boys' murders. Okay, there's a deadly war going on between 4PF and OMF, leading to fatal shootings in Atlanta. So Lil Baby's name has been connected to serious violence for some time. A lot of people have been saying that he is actually going to be in big trouble regardless of this situation. And now this is going around. They're saying on Atlantology that basically it could be curtains for 4PF, unfortunately, okay? People are saying whoever's in his entourage is unbelievably stupid, okay? So what? Let Boss Man get beat up and embarrassed, or give this big MF a hot one? Salute to the entourage. Hell. Now, that's not confirmed, okay? But look, they're saying there, look, what, let Lil Baby's not a big guy. And they're saying, what, let him get beat up or embarrassed? So maybe his crew popped off shots because Lil Baby was under pressure. People saying, okay, cool. So he avoids getting beat up and the temporary embarrassment that comes with it. Then years down the line, he gets indicted, catching an elbow for what? Was it worth it? I'm sure they outnumbered him. They could have just jumped him, and ain't 12 still on him about that music video thing, which is the thing I just showed you, where he apparently recorded a music video in an area known for his rivals, and essentially, according to authorities, that actually led to a fatal shooting of a teenager. So it says, he famous, and it ain't too temporary embarrassment. That's permanent. It will cost him millions of dollars, messing up his image. Whoever did it, if it wasn't security, take your 10-year plea, get out in 6 or 7. I'll make sure you're good financially, which baby homies be having stuff in the chain gang, and life goes on. That hog-ass boy hit baby. Ain't no telling what would have happened. Baby could have been in the ICU right now. They're saying this is his image. That's the image they're trying to protect. Saying, I hope them dudes doing their push-ups. They're saying all this academic stuff got him on edge. They're saying it's his fault for letting a blogger get to him. He should have been fighting academics. Academics didn't catch a hot one. It says, I don't get how either. Ain't no way the fat guy like academics should be able to get under the skin of any dude who came from the streets. Axe lost a lot of weight, to be fair. Lil Baby, 0 hats. That's what they're saying, okay? But maybe if we count the ones he paid for, say no more, say nothing. It says, you'll say Buddy a boss, though he can't even control his people. Maybe that's what he wanted his people to do, and maybe that's why he's going to get jammed up in a serious legal problem. They're saying academics about to have a field day with this one, and he did. Okay, I've been seeing nothing but this getting posted on academics page. It's a lot. They're saying, yeah, but I get it. Them football players be aggressive as F in the club for nothing. You damn near got to pop them. I gotta read that. I gotta reload that. That was hilarious. Yeah, but I get it. Them football players be aggressive as F in the club for nothing. You damn near gotta pop them. Because who gonna fight an oversized adult who's athletic and lifts weights all days? Man, go ahead. Go head up with this bullet. The fuck? That's a legendary comment. I'm not gonna lie. I hear it. The football players, bruh, you damn near gotta pop them. That's what they're saying, damn near got a pop-up. Maybe I feel for Lil Baby now. They're saying Fannie Willis rubbing her hands together right now, but this was in San Francisco. This is a California DA going to be dealing with that. So I could be wrong. I don't think Fannie could do anything about this if she wanted. It could be wrapped up into a federal RICO, though, if they are deciding that this is something that is basically furthering the reach and dominance of the 4PF criminal organization state to state. They could be catching that RICO. They're saying 4PF going to get it. They're saying she can't charge him, but yeah, this adds more to the RICO. They keep saying, proving the point that it's a gang, but he changed the name to CBFW, so it can't be a gang. If some go OT popping dudes, that stands ground for Fed case. Shooting an NFL player might be the straw that breaks the camel's back for real, for real. You think the NFL, you think the 49ers are just going to be like, oh, well, yeah, let's just let Lil Baby use our players as a fucking gun range, and that's just going to fly. There's going to be lawsuits. There's going to be legal problems. This ain't a normal dude. This ain't a dude on the block, all right? This isn't, you know, this isn't one of the guys from the neighborhood in an area where there's no surveillance, no cameras, no money changing hands. This is an NFL player making millions of dollars. You just hurt somebody's pockets. He wants to talk about 4 pockets full. You know that NFL pockets are way more full than Lil Baby's pockets, and they're going to be saying, what the fuck happened? Why is our player being shot in the leg? Why can't he play again? You're messing up our money. We're coming for you. That's what's going to happen, unfortunately. Saying it was 2 different people or one person with 2 guns who wanted to make it look like 2 people, because who the F shoots someone with a 45 and goes, yeah, take this 9mm too? MS who carry a 45 got the biggest ego. They won't use nothing else. That's interesting. It sounds like 2 people pulled out guns and shot. Could be people from either side. Could be self-defense. But this doesn't bode well. Okay, want to beef with some dudes when all them women are around shaking ass. These dudes are weird as hell. All right, the same baby heard y'all say he ain't like that, so he got active. They're saying they should have left Wham alone. The dude's a dummy. Oh my God, what happened to Wham? Okay, so look, there's a couple more news reports that are a little bit longer with more details, and I'm just going to show you these real quickly to just give you a full picture of what happened.
But first, a stunning announcement from the 49ers. One of their players shot early this morning in San Francisco. The team says defensive end Keion White was shot in the ankle. Good evening. I'm Claudine Wong.
And I'm Mike Meeback. San Francisco police confirming they did respond to a report of shots fired on Mission right near South Van Ness, 4 o'clock this morning. Police did not identify White as the victim, but the team has since confirmed he was shot.
KTVU's Bailey O'Carroll joins us in the studio with the latest on what we are hearing about this shooting. Bailey.
Yeah, guys, let's get to the details of what we do know, because it is little. I heard from the team about 30 minutes ago. They did tell me 27-year-old defensive end Keion White is out of surgery and that it was successful. San Francisco police described his injury as non-life threatening. According to police, officers responded to reports of a shooting following an argument that started inside of a business. No arrests have been made. A suspect has not been identified. I spoke with Dr. Rick Lehman, the director of the U.S. Center for Sports Medicine. Dr. Lehman told me White's recovery time will vary greatly depending on where the bullet hit his ankle.
Well, you never want to get shot in the back because that's where your Achilles is. And you don't really want to get shot on the side because that's where all your major vessels are. So let's say he had a nerve injury, that would end his career. He got shot in something called the posterior tibial nerve. So that would end his career. So hopefully you want to get shot in the front. Well, you don't want to get shot, but if you get shot, you want to get shot in the front or potentially in the side. That would be your preference. And
so you heard that, right? This could be a career-ending injury, and somebody's going to be on the hook for this. This guy is a NFL player making millions of dollars. Heads are going to roll over this, okay? They're going to want criminal charges. They're going to want money. They're going to want compensation.
in a perfect world, you would get shot and it would not have any bony impact.
The Niners acquired White in a trade with the New England Patriots on October 29th. He started 2 games for San Francisco this season. White recorded his first sack against the Cleveland Browns in November. The Niners said they will provide updates when appropriate. The investigation is ongoing. Police are asking anybody with information to contact them. Less than a year and a half ago, 49ers wide receiver Ricky Pearsall was shot in the chest during a robbery in San Francisco's Union Square. That suspect, a juvenile, has since been arrested and charged. Guys.
Certainly that was a robbery, but we still don't know a lot of details of what led up to this shooting with Keion White.
Exactly, yeah. Police have not said what exactly led up to Keion White getting shot in the ankle. But the Niners will provide updates when appropriate, and police will hopefully provide updates soon as well.
All right, Bailey. Thank you so much.
Bailey, thank you. San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie responding to the shooting, saying any violent incident in our city is unacceptable, and I'm hoping Keion recovers quickly. I've spoken with SFPD and 49ers leadership. We are all grateful to our SFPD officers for their quick response. As always, I will continue to work with San Francisco law enforcement to ensure our neighborhoods and our residents are safe.
See, this isn't just a run-of-the-mill gang shootout and we're all going to sweep it under the rug and not snitch. You've got the mayor of San Francisco. He's having conversations with the 49ers leadership. And you think you're going to sweep this under the rug. You think people are just going to let this slide. You think you're going to be able to say, oh, well, it was just someone in my entourage. I ain't got nothing to do with it. This is an enormous problem for Lil Baby. This is the last thing he needed now while he's under investigation. And unfortunately, he's dealing with forces that are bigger than just, street politics. And, this person got stripped in the parking lot and this person got stuck up. You're shooting an NFL player in the leg. And now the mayor is involved. Cooked, if you ask me. Absolutely cooked. If the information comes out and it was a different story, I'll let you guys know. But this is very bad. Okay, I'm shocked to hear this news. And I thought Lil Baby was smarter than rolling around with this type of nonsense going on. Because he likes to say, I separated myself. I'm not doing that stuff anymore. Acting like, the feds are so wrong and they're out of line for associating him with these street politics that are going on. I thought Lil Baby was smarter than getting associated with anything like this. But anyway, I'll let you guys know if I hear anything else. I'm going to do some more Epstein videos later on today. I've got a couple of documents that I'm going to dig into today. But I wanted to cover this real quick because it is just insane news. And it definitely tracks with a lot of the stuff we talk about on this channel historically. So thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. I'm out of here for now. Peace.